Welcome to the Battle Zone. From the Greater Toronto Area, the GTA, this is the Animated Wrestling League Strong and Free.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, taking this over the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, the Spirit Dragon, Shynron.
And we are just over a week and a half removed from the Oshogatsu Taikai, where Shynron, the Spirit Dragon from the United States of America, did a fantastic job, really brought himself back into prominence on the AWL roster, hence this booking tonight at AWL Strong and Free, episode 27. Shynron enters this match, including his matches at the Oshogatsu Taikai, with a record of 38 and 22 ratio of plus 16. He's a former challenger to the AWL Grand Championship and looking to get back into title contention. However, he has a huge obstacle in front of him, and that is the man who is officially, according to something that everybody agrees is the case, the world's greatest martial artist. No, I'm not exactly kidding.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from someplace far away, he is the world's greatest martial artist, the Dragon Star Champion, very nice, very evil, Danhausen!
That's right, Thug Life Nakanichi somehow found the Dragon Star in the garbage somewhere in Florida and had it made into that belt, which he lost in a Dragon Star Championship rules match to Danhausen of all freaking people. The Dragon Star is not on the line in this contest. This will be conducted under AWL rules. So, Spirit Dragon versus Dragon Star. Let's find out how this is going to work. 10 minutes on the clock. Non-title rules. Collar and elbow punch. Start us off. Irish whip into the corner. Now, of course, if the Spirit Dragon can beat the Dragon Star champion, that could get the World Martial Arts Council, those of whom are still alive, to agree to a Dragon Star match. Because obviously the rule of getting 10 key symbols is not something we're going to be able to do here in the AWL, given our schedule and how things work around here. Though, if someone wants to start a WMAC rules, create a wrestler, create a superstar league, I think that would be a fantastic idea. I might just try to do that with AEW's game if and when that ever comes out. Collar and elbow tie-up, picked to the midsection by Danhausen. And Danhausen, while he is a goof, he is a joke, he is an incredibly good merchandise seller, he's a better wrestler than I think most people give him credit for. He's actually good at this. Collar and elbow tie-up on the outside. The referee has begun the 20 count. Someone's got to get back into the ring before he gets up to 20. Ooh, neck breaker I thought, but twisted into a facebuster across the knee of Donovan Danhausen. And a standing move. No! Rolled away right onto the concrete. You see, we do have those black pads on the outside of the ring, but you can see the concrete right underneath it. And those pads are basically about an inch thick. They do not provide a whole lot of padding to the concrete. It's much better to take these kind of falls in the ring. And both men in a bit of a pose-off right now. As the official, Marcus Babagadoosh of the famous Babagadoosh wrestling family, gets them both back into the ring on this episode of the AWL Strong and Free, where in our main event, the AWL Canadian National Championship is on the line. Spring Tiger to defend for the third time, and she has pulled a whopper of a challenge, Dragoness. I have no idea what they would just chant. Maybe that's disgusting for Danhausen biting somebody, but Danhausen now with that cattle mutilation he picked up from Brian Danielson over in AEW. Brian Danielson and the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club all willing to teach and mentor anyone who will listen. Grip Breaker by the Dragon. A little bit later tonight, we've got the Augments in 2 tag team matches as they try to claw their way up the tag team rankings. We do have openings in the best 4 for multiple divisions at the moment. And look at that beautiful gravity-defying, physics-defying splash to very, very close to a pinfall in the Dragon Star champion. We are hoping that tonight's match of the Augments versus T49P will help us determine the next number 4 contender in the tag team division. We're taking a look here. Oh, look at this. Off of the ropes! Off of the ropes, Shynron with the Speed Star style drop kick, and he goes straight back up. Oh, he's thinking double dragon. No! Double dragon D9. That was the move that won him, I think, all of his matches in the Oshogatsu Taikai. And wait a minute. Very nice. Very evil. Very nice. Very evil, but a rope break. Bad ring positioning by Danhausen, though I'm sure the very nice, very evil would have worked. He thinks so too. He's going to go for it again. A third DDT counter by Shynron, the Spirit Dragon. And he goes back to where he is at the most comfortable, and that is the top rope. Double dragon. This time he hits it flush. 1, 2, 3. No! Somehow Danhausen, earning a Fight Forever chant, kicking out of the double dragon, that double moonsault of Shynron's Snapmare, and he's going right back to the cattle mutilation. He likes that move. It's very nice, very evil. Danhausen, who is officially the world's greatest martial artist. I'm not sure what kind of martial art mutilates cattle as part of its practice, but, you know, I'm not going to tell you what kind of kata you can and can't do. 2 counts. Deep 2 count, and Danhausen needs to stay focused here. Alright, here we go. Here comes the martial arts. Now! Knockout kick. The referee calls it, and Danhausen has to hear his own music before he realizes what's going on.
Here is your winner, Danhausen.
And Danhausen, the world's greatest martial artist, has defeated the Spirit Dragon Shynron. We'll see how that portends the future of both men in the Animated Wrestling League going forward. Up next, it is the undefeated Amy Wade versus not the cat she's looking for. As you see this remix of the Canadian National Anthem playing throughout the arena.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Amy Wade.
They call her the true Toronto star athlete for the University of Toronto. Newly arrived in the Animated Wrestling League after winning her graduation match from the AWL Dojo. She is 2-0, and she has set her sights on the Canadian National Championship, and the fact that she's here and not in the main event against Spring Tiger, that tells you that the AWL Commissioner has not seen what he needs to see from this woman to grant her a championship match. And maybe this idea, if you want to face the tiger, first you gotta face the kitty cat. The cat daughter, specifically Nekomusume, one of the many spirits and monsters and yokai of the Monster Union. And of course, there's the manipulator, that witch in the background, as always. Viva Monster Union!
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from the realm of the yokai, accompanied by the manipulator, representing Monster Union, Nekomusume.
Nekomusume, 25-27 in her AWL career, ratio of -2. However, most of those matches were tag team affairs. This is one-on-one. And will that experience edge overcome the power, and frankly I would say the athleticism advantage of Amy Wade? We will find out. Amy Wade is also ranked. While she has set her sights on the CNC, Canadian National Championship, she is ranked number 2 for the AWL Joshi Championship, though she has said she's thankful for that ranking, but she does not want that title first. She wants to be the Canadian National Champion. She wants Canada to have a Canadian champion. And I don't entirely blame her for that. And wait a minute, Gugu plotted to start us off. Referee checking. Notice how Nekomusume was rocking back and forth to keep at least one shoulder off the mat. But a power escape by Amy Wade, who has yet to lose a wrestling match here in the AWL. She likes to use a knockout knee strike, a Kinshasa basically, a Bombaye. Uh-oh, going up top. And she doesn't do this that often. Oh, rider kick! Single leg drop kick. Absolutely beautiful. Amy Wade, not known for her top rope exploits, but she is certainly capable, apparently. Nekomusume, a little more comfortable in the air. Elbow drop from the top, but no water in the pool, as the Canadian collegiate athlete gets out of the way. Every sport Amy Wade has ever tried in her life, she has excelled at. Will professional wrestling be any different? So far, no. Oh, went for the tail attack. No, it is highly ineffective. It does nothing. Missed with the Superwoman punch. And now Nekomusume trying to ground her opponent in the corner, literally. Collar and elbow, jockey for position. Dragon screw leg whip by Nekomusume of Monster Union. Kick to the head now, and hard shots. I'm just enjoying the match right now, folks. I hope you're liking it. Oh, springboard! And of course, Amy Wade trained by Dragon in the AWL dojo, so she knows she's an all-rounder. She's been trained in all styles of professional wrestling. Ooh, standing Uranagi by Nekomusume. He's going to go for the perfect landing. They say cats always land on their feet. Nekomusume, perfect landing. Right on the head of her opponent, into the cover. This could break the streak. 1, 2... Only a 2 count, as Amy Wade's streak maintains for at least the next 7 minutes and 14 seconds. That's what's left on the clock. Collar and elbow. And of course, Spring Tiger, while she is preparing for her main event title defense, will be watching this match as well. Kick to the inside of the leg, the collar and elbow, going for the vertical. Up. And no, escape out the back. And a German suplex counter, but cannot hold her for a bridge. 6 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time. Right hand. Oh, there it is. There's the knee. Not a knockout, says the referee. 1, 2. I did not mean for that to rhyme. There's the knee. Not a knockout, says the referee. Hearing we're not. Wait a minute, the Canadian using the most Canadian move in the history of professional wrestling. The sharpshooter. The sharpshooter. Of course she knows the sharpshooter. All Canadians know the sharpshooter. It's born into them. Canadians are genetically predisposed to use the sharpshooter in professional wrestling. I promise you, nobody even taught her that moonsault. Into the core of cover. 1, 2. No. Amy Wade digging a bit deeper than we've seen her have to in the past. And still relying on those strikes and kicks more than anything else. But we do know that the Canadian wrestler knows the sharpshooter because of course she bloody does. Double knee strike to the back of the Cat Daughter, what are we looking for here? Another knee strike, perhaps? Or maybe she's looking... The Spring Tiger Giri STG! The move she uses to insult the woman that she wants to take a title from. No! Nekomusume kicks out. I'm hearing one more time chants from the crowd in the battle zone. Here in the GTA, another sold out night here in the AWL battle zone. Kick away by Amy Wade. I think she heard the crowd one more time, and I agree that would do it. It's not the GTS, it's the inverted STG. Spring Tiger Giri, and that one's a knockout. And yet another knockout victory for Amy Wade. Amy Wade goes up to 3-0 in her AWL career.
Here's our winner, Amy Wade.
I think that's a very good question. She's made her declaration, and frankly, I think she's getting a bit frustrated, but I don't entirely blame her. You know, undefeated records are what they are. Spring Tiger needs to look over her shoulder if she's even still champion at the end of the night tonight, because she's got Dragoness in the main event. First of 2 tag team matches to feature Dr. Jigoku's bastardizations of the mad sciences.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Already in the ring, accompanied by Dr. Jigoku, Project Titan, Project Kaiju, the Augments.
The Bad Doctor's 2 newest creations in the ring against the Luchadores.
And their opponents, the tag team combination of Joya and Tormenta de Fuego, the ladies of Lucha.
For both of these teams, this is their first tag team match of the season. So they're both looking to get on the board in our tag team rankings, and we shall see how that goes. Right here, right now, first of 2 matches for the Augments. Subite, Jigoku Hakase no Tame ni, expect to hear that a lot tonight, just hopefully not in the Victor's Circle. Project Kaiju, the newest creation of Dr. Jigoku. And if he loses to a little girl in a lucha mask, he's going to be pissed. 15 minutes on the clock for this tag team non-title affair. We don't know that much about Project Kaiju. Oh, nasty looking DDT. We do know that she's got the Kaiju driver. Oh, and she knows how to get her knees up for a shooting star press. Joya, the jewel of Lucha Libre. She's got the jewel cutter, the diamond flosion, and the fall flat on your face, apparently. Tag made to Project Titan, the second newest of Dr. Jigoku's augments. He's rebooted his entire female augment core this season. Oh, hard lariat. Into the cover, lateral press, not even trying to hook the leg. And Tormenta del Fuego coming in illegally. Of course, that's going to start a 5 count if she doesn't get out of there immediately. Uh-oh, here we go. Titan. Drop. Jackknife powerbomb, in and out. And there's no way Joya's aware of the tag right now. She's barely twitching. But she gets thrown across that 20-by-20 ring. We were talking tag team wrestling about cutting the ring in half. That's how you do it with absolutely zero finesse. Dr. Jigoku happy about that on the outside. The bad doctor, the mad scientist. Oh, wait a minute. Joya, with an incredible feat of strength, getting her opponent up off of the ground on her back. It's almost like there's no real weight physics in this game. 13 minutes and change as Joya looking to get her team. Jewel cutter! Jewel cutter! There's the jewel cutter. Get away from the ropes. Unfortunately, you're dragging a super heavyweight who's mostly made of metal. 1, 2, no. That jewel cutter was an attack of opportunity, but it was just too close to the ropes to be a valid finish to the match. And I don't know, I mean, we just saw Joya pick up Project Kaiju. Hard shot into the cover, 1, 2, broken up by the Firestorm, Tormenta de Fuego. As Project Titan in, now we have a double team and an elimination. As I was about to say, we've seen Joya pick up Project Kaiju already once. Could she do it again for the Diamond Flosion? As the partners brawl on the outside, nobody's got anyone to tag right now. Joya may have to do this all on her own. As the other two... Sidewalk slam, all the concrete. Joya looking for a big elbow drop. Into the cover. Colorado cover, 1, 2, 3, no! Haha! Very, very, very close off of that springboard elbow. Drop kick lands on her feet, but doesn't even stagger her opponent, but the super kick does it. Good lord, Joya showing us everything. Can she hit the Diamond Flosion? If she can hit a Diamond Flosion, this match is over. Oh! Leaving the ground against her will, of her own free will, I should say. For a knockout corkscrew elbow by Project Kaiju. Let's take a look at some of... No, let's not take a look at any of that action, sorry.
Here are your winners, the Augments.
And with that, the Augments moved to 1-0 in the AWL win-loss records, all for Dr. Jigoku. Tsubete, Jigoku Hakase no Tame. Well, that's 1-0 for the Augments, but right now, this is going to be a bit bigger challenge, perhaps.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first the tag team combination of the Arab American Dream and AWL Grand Slam champion Hassan, and the most Canadian man in the world, in Canada. Together they are P49P.
The semi-finalist, second place in the New Year's tournament, Hassan, last year's winner as well, and the man who has been trying to drag himself back into relevance, Kid Canada, looking to not lose another match on Canadian soil.
And their opponent, making their way to the ring from the laboratory, accompanied by their creator, Dr. Jigoku, the tag team combination of Project Neptune 3.0 and Jigoku Destroy. Together they are the Augments.
The dean of the active Augments, and that is Project Tetsu, and once the greatest hero of the AWL, Hakaisha, now Jigoku Destroy, reprogrammed into whatever the hell that thing is. Less and less human by the season. Doesn't even have his eyes anymore. And they respond to the command. Tsubete, Jigoku Hakase no Tameni, T49P, wisely clearing out of the ring before the referee arrives to instill some order here. Now, these teams are both +1 in the win-loss rankings in the tag team division this season. So this is, I believe, I don't think it's been officially declared, but this is a de facto fight for 4 as far as I'm concerned. There is still an opening in the number 4 rank of the AWL Best 4 in the men's tag team division. So this could get one or both of these teams on the mark. Another 15 minutes on the clock, and the former final boss of professional wrestling, up and down. Canadian neckbreaker. Did you know the Canadians have their own neckbreakers? Well, you do now. The most Canadian man in the world. He has maple syrup in his veins, and he craps poutine. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He runs around with knives on his feet even when he's not playing hockey. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He thinks of the world only in terms of intersection, including the location of his own toilet. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He lives in one of the snowiest countries in the world, yet frequently complains about the cold. He's the most Canadian man in the world. And right now, he is facing off against the Iron Project, Project Tetsu 3.0, Dr. Jigoku's first and greatest creation. And wait a minute, Kid Canada talking it up with the bad doctor, saying, hey, you ever consider getting in the ring yourself, kid? Let me show you something. Now wait a minute, collar and elbow here, what do we have? Oh, down goes the bad doctor, saved by his creation. And an unnecessary, unwise, untactical, unstrategic decision by Kid Canada. I'll mind you, the legal fighters are Kid Canada and Project Tetsu. There has not been a tag in this match so far. We're about 90 seconds in. Kicked away by the Canadian. Kid Canada going for the vertical suplex. Nails it. Simple but effective. Like the Calgary Stampede going up. DDT by the former AWL Grand Champion, the man who was defeated by Black Tiger Justice back at AWL Strong and Free episode 25 just a few weeks ago. Refocusing now on the tag team division, I think. Tags made to Jigoku Destroy. The Destroyer of Hell, the only creation Dr. Jigoku has ever put his name on. Pick him up, put him down, make it hurt. That's been Jigoku Destroy's credo ever since, I believe, Season 2 of the Animated Wrestling League. It's where he first debuted. As part of Yarina Talent Management Incorporated. Back when that was the thing. And a second Canadian neckbreaker, this time to Jigoku Destroy. And so far, Kid Canada seems determined that he's going to win this match on his own, but finally makes the tag to his tag team partner, the 2022 Oshogatsu Taikai champion, and the 2023 runner-up, the Season 0 original Hassan, originally joining the AWL as part of the Axis of Equality back in Season 0. He has been, I think, more than any individual, the best tag team wrestler ever. He's held the titles with, I believe, 3 different tag team partners. And now... Oh! Hard shot to the ribs of Hassan. Remember, Hassan just came off a long run in the Oshogatsu Taikai. 4 matches in one night, so he has got to be exhausted. He cannot be at 100%. We gave everybody the week off to recuperate, but Hassan probably not in full ring shape at the moment. Going for the cross now. Shot to the back. And inverted DDT by the Arab American Dream. Looking to chop the giant down to size, and there's those bionic elbows, an homage to the original American Dream, a childhood inspiration of the Arab American Dream. Into the cover, 1, 2, kick out by Project Tetsu. Plenty of time left, not even a third of the way through the time limit of this match. Downward elbow, that's illegal in MMA, perfectly okay in the AWL. One of the best wrestlers, 2 of the best wrestlers in the entire league, I would argue, right here in the ring tonight. Hassan, both of these men
5 minutes have elapsed, 10 remain.
And I can actually still say that because Jigoku Destroy and Hassan, the 2 active competitors, both members of the 100 Win Club. Project Tetsu, 84 wins in his AWL career. Kid Canada, not so good, quite frankly. 60 wins in his AWL career, but these guys are still the creme de la creme of the animated wrestling league. Though Kid Canada has been on a bit of a losing streak as of late. Hard takedown by the former champion. Another tag, quick in, quick out. And yeah, Hassan is down. Hassan does not have the cardio right now that he usually has, if not at the energy reserves. The crowd going absolutely bonkers. I hope you can hear me. Hat-trick suplex attempted. 1, 2. Hat-trick suplex, subtype German, with 9 minutes on the clock. One of the best powerhouses we've ever seen in the AWL versus one of the better all-round technicians that we've ever seen. Oh, tries for the slam. Couldn't get it with the weight differential. Into the cover, the neck being cranked to the side. 1. Kick out by the Canadian, barely managing to roll to his feet to avoid the impact. And another tag, and you could just see it in the body language, if not the face. Oh crap, not again. Vertical suplex. Takes him down hard on the shoulders, almost a brain buster there. By the American definition of the brain buster, that is. And Canadian Crunch! The Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! Here we go, 1. No. These two have fought before for the AWL Grand Championship. Hard shot, both former Grand Champions. Actually, I think everybody in this match is a former Grand Champion. Fall forward, powerbomb, vintage, Project Tetsu. But good ring awareness for one of the last masters of the dungeon. Second attempt, oh! And the head bouncing off the bottom rope. For the arm just draped across the plane of the ropes. That's all you need in the AWL. Hard shot to the head by Kid Canada. Turned into a fantastic match. Vertical suplex. And once again, just as what happened with the ladies of Lucha earlier in the Augments, nobody... Oh, wait a minute. Shinji Dai Sunrise attempted and completely screwed up. That's not a move he would usually use. He's not a second-generation wrestler. Collar and elbow. Not going anywhere Project Tetsu doesn't want to go. With just under 7 minutes on the clock. Lariat, hard takedown by Project Tetsu. I'm trying to avoid calling him the champion. He was the AWL champion for so long, the Grand Champion. Trying to keep my numbers straight here, my titles straight. Discus Lariat calling for the tag, and this is dangerous territory for Kid Canada. He's got to get his opponent out of his own corner. Or he's taking the gamble, making the tag, assuming Project Tetsu won't be able to do it himself. Hassan taking maybe a little too much time here. Not sure Project Tetsu realizes where he is. Irish whip, hard whip, into the corner. DDT, inversion. Going to be looking for the paradigm shift, the original paradigm shift. Not the Death Rider, but a DDT of his own, and I think we got a coolant leak. We got a coolant leak, everybody. Project Tetsu leaking coolant. Spinebuster. And now, no, maybe going for the Tetsu Kani, the Iron Crab, but no. Paradigm shift from the Arab American babyface. Paradigm shift for the 1, 2, kick out. Double team attempted right now. Kid Canada going outside. Hard shots for... Oh, no. Huge military press drop, but Hassan able to get back to his feet with some of his wits about him. Before getting thrown pillar to post into the cover. There's chaos on the outside, ladies and gentlemen. But Hassan, the Arab American Dream, will get one shoulder off the mat before that final and fatal 3 count will be registered.
5 remaining.
The wrestlers hear the time call as well as you just did. We're 2/3 of the way through the time limit. I'd hate to see this go for a draw. Wait a minute, Tetsu! Driver! He Satsuaza ultimate technique! The Tetsu Driver! 1, 2, 3, no! Kid Canada, nowhere to be seen. He's not legal. And here we see it now, the Tetsukani, the Iron Crab. The Iron Crab, the Tetsukani. And wait a minute, Kid Canada in the ring illegally. Pulling back, Hassan. Kid Canada distracting. Project Tetsu as the referee begins the 5 count. That's a 2. Tag is made. Collar elbow tie up to the illegal fighter. Attempting perhaps the Tatsumaki. Yeah, I just heard a 3. He's got to get out of there. He's got to get out of there now. Wait, what?
Here are your winners as the result of the disqualification.
I thought I only heard 4. He has till 5. What happened? I'm being told that was a disqualification, a count-out, an in-ring count-out. Main event for the Canadian title.
The following contest is your main event of the evening, scheduled for 1 fall, 1 submission or knockout beside the winner, and it is for the Anime Wrestling League Canadian National Championship.
Can somebody get on the horn and figure out exactly what happened? Talk to the ref. I need to report this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told that was a count-out victory. It was a disqualification victory. Kid Canada stayed too long in the ring while illegal, and as a result, a victory to the Augments. The referee's decision is final and sacrosanct. He says he did count to 5. I only heard 3, but I'm not the referee, I'm not in the ring. Meanwhile, in our main event, the AWL Battle Zone, illuminated by the Dragon Fire, as it was in days gone by. The first second-generation wrestler in AWL history, the daughter of the original Dragon, the original AWL champion. Before it was a world title, before it was a world heavyweight title, before it was a grand title, Dragon was the first champion of this company. His daughter continues that noble tradition. But right now, she's going for a belt she's never held. Only 3 men have held it, 3 people have held it, and 1 woman. And you're looking at her. That is the Canadian National Championship. That's what Amy Wade wants to get her hands on so desperately that she's willing to forego an opportunity at the AWL Joshi Championship. The classically trained Tiger's Den wrestler coming out to the original Tiger Mask music. You see the 2 on the side plates of that belt. That means 2 successful title defenses thus far. 5 successful defenses, and she gets an automatic Joshi Championship match. Agility on display by Spring Tiger. We now go to ringside for the official introduction for this main event championship match for the Canadian National title.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the DPA, the daughter of the Dragon, Dragoness. And her opponent, he is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, tonight making her 3rd title defense, fighting out of the unified School of the Tiger style, Spring Tiger. This is the officially sanctioned Canadian National Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League AWL Commissioner presiding. The sound of the bell, AWL official Louis Mopaganuch in charge.
And there you see it. That's what it's all about. The Championship of Canada being contested between a Japanese woman and, at least now living in Canada, an immigrant from very far away. 30 minutes on the clock, standard rules for a championship match. 30-minute time limit to prevent or at least reduce the chances of a time limit draw. And interesting, a little bit of a cravat in the ropes there. That's not really Spring Tiger's usual trick, but she's facing one of the best wrestlers in the AWL. Oh, look at that. Oh, Kamigoye off of a powerbomb. Spring Tiger going hard out of the gate, and she has to. Dragoness, 49 wins, 24 losses in her AWL career, ratio of plus 25, considering Spring Tiger's 22 and 21, ratio of plus 1. On paper, this should be all Dragoness. Dragoness was one half of the first ever AWL Joshi Tag Team Champions. She was in the original ladder match to crown the first ever Joshi champion. She's a former Joshi champion herself. She's done it all in this division except hold a contender's title. And this would make her a Triple Crown champion if she were to win this. There is no Grand Slam for the women because we don't have an Oshogatsu Taikai for them. Though we may want to talk about that in the future, commissioning another tournament specifically for the women. Because several of the women in this division would qualify for the Oshogatsu Taikai if we could do intergender wrestling, if the athletic commissions didn't, keep turning us down on that. They barely let us do mixed tag team matches. Oh, standing Dragon Star. We've already had one count out, technically, this evening. I'd hate to see that happen here, but of course, in the event of a count out or a disqualification, the title remains with the champion. That is the champion's advantage. So Spring Tiger, not looking like much of a champion right now, 2 minutes in. It's 20 on the outside, not 10. Got plenty of time to get back in the ring, but Dragoness going all the way down to the floor. That will reset the count. Collar and elbow. Oh! Facebuster! I thought she might have been going for a dragon drop. Couldn't quite pull her all the way out. Irish whip into the steel steps, and Dragoness back in to break the count. Poison Rana from the daughter of the original AWL champion. Spring Tiger looking for V3 out of 5 here tonight. And finally, both women back in the ring. Referee stops the count. Oh, incidental contact, I think the referee's going to call that. Going up. Oh, Cazadora DDT. Dragoness going deep into the well, into the bag of tricks. Goes to the standing Dragon Star. Her father was an expert in the shooting star press, called it the Dragon Star here in the AWL. Dragoness continuing the tradition. Both these women, you can hear the pain. And wait, going up, going around toward Neo now. Yes, I think that's what it's called. Now, Dragoness going up. Oh wait, what is she doing? Moonsault into the knees. Knees, 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 knees. Now that's still gonna hurt Spring Tiger, but it'll hurt Dragoness more. Downward spiral. Reversal. Break of wrist control. Code green. Dragoness with a code green for the 1, but only a 1 count. All that damage done to Spring Tiger on the outside, still only getting a 1 count. Widowmaker. Widowmaker, an homage to Luke James, to the Peacemaker. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Kick out. Checking with the referee. Are you sure that wasn't 3? I'm pretty sure I could see that from here. Looking for the full-on Dragon Star, I think. No, once they're up. Wait a minute, once they're up. Oh, I don't know what she was doing, a corkscrew. But did not get it.
5 minutes to the left. 25 remain.
Oh, high leg lariat by the champion. The Tigress, Spring Tiger, goes for the double stomp. Wing and a miss. And sidesteps out of the way of Dragoness's offense. These two pulling the very best out of each other. Code Green, again. This time cannot hold her for a pin. No, she goes for it. Recover the traditional way. 1, 2, no! Dragoness. Standing Dragon Star. Second time going to the well too many times. You don't spam the move, that never works. Right hand. Don't turn your back to a Tiger style wrestler. Tiger, suplex, hold. 1, 2, 3, go. These two will not give up. Fighting spirit on display in the main event. They are strong. They are AWL Strong and Free. Hit subscribe if you love this kind of wrestling action, ladies and gentlemen. Tiger suplex hold again, and the referee calls that one a knockout. Those two brought up the absolute best, and this crowd is going bananas.
Here is your winner, and still Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, Tiger.
And that is V3, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more wins, and she faces Akira Merune for the Joshi Championship. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that. Korede. Kimarida. Okay, let's render that and wait a minute. What? Oh wait, get back on. That's Amy Wade. She ran out through the crowd at a Spring Tiger Giri. Amy Wade out of nowhere attacking the Canadian national champion. And we're not going to play music because that's not a wrestling match. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I hope you're still on the air. I don't even know right now. Do I have your attention now? Yeah, I think you've got Spring Tiger's attention now. There's going to be repercussions for this, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week on AWL Strong and Free.